Yes guys, what is up? Hope everybody is keeping well and welcome back to the channel. I'm going to move this mic a small bit closer to me. You can kind of hear, well it's after falling over there, you can kind of hear I'm a small bit better since our last stream. Nearly over this flu, thankfully we're nearly over this flu. But yeah, I hope everybody is keeping well on this, what day of the week even is it? Tuesday evening. I can just see Williams just awake. Good man, William. You had a nice lie-in today. I know you meant good evening. Don't worry about that. But good to see you, William, in the chat then as well. We've saw Doctor Hussein, Slim, Sam Maguire, Agam Sinvatia, Sakib as well in the chat. Saw Doctor and Tarek. Hope everybody is keeping well, lads and ladies. You can see by my team here, probably going to be pushing to make at least one move this week. Could be pushing to a -4 also. Let's get a quick look back at game week 18. Don't want to talk about it too much because we'd had an absolute shocker last week. We've gone from we've gone for 24k to 56k overall. I've had 9 players last week. Brought in Grealish. Grealish decided to stay in a strip club until 4 a.m. I don't know if you saw that, but it's actually true that he stayed in a strip club until 4 a.m. I don't know, was it St. Stephen's night, Boxing Day, or whenever it was, but I'm assuming some disciplinary action was around Grealish, so he's a big doubt then as well. We need to decide what we're going to do with Grealish. Probably going to be pushing to making one move this week, but look, let's see where we end up before the deadline. Do drop some likes on the stream if you haven't done so already. If you are new to the channel, head on down there, click subscribe on the channel. Let's get into these questions. Right, let's keep this going. A very happy Tuesday from Hawaii. Saw Doctor 1998. Hope the holidays are going well and you're sunning yourself up in Hawaii there. Hope you're there for the New Year's and it goes well. Let's go, Hussam. Good to see you, man. Slim. Hey, Niall. Ekatike over Haaland captain. Need a punt. If you want to go for it, nothing wrong with going for it. I probably should have went for it myself last week. Went for Haaland. Haaland blanked in the early kick-off. It was an odd week for the captaincies last week. At least it was only 3 points different between Haaland and Ekatike. So won't lose too much sleep over that. Do you know what? Let's get a captaincy poll going here. Game week, what are we now? 19 captaincy poll. What are we saying? Haaland. Who's another one we can throw in? Haaland, Ekatike, Cunha as well. Yeah, Cunha's a man I don't have. I'd love to have him this week, but I can't get to him. Unless I make a move of downgrading Timber, but we'll chat about that in a second. And we'll throw in Saka then as well. Mike's after going on the table. It's hanging on by its last thread here, so I probably should ask Santi for a mic for Christmas, but anyway, probably have to get one of those in the new year. Playing free hit this game, FPL 09. Hope it goes well for you. Send in the free hit there. Let's see how you're shaping up. This time of year, it's hard to know the day or time exactly. Right, Reinders for Foden. Saw Doctor. I'd go for it. You got your goal last week, but Foden's a better long-term move than Reinders. Go for that. Hey, bro, who to start between Anderson and Virgil? Crystal Palace are well out of form. Fulham got their clean sheet against West Ham. I probably would play Virgil over Anderson. This could be Virgil's last week for myself in the team. So yeah, I thought he'd get the clean sheet against Wolves. I was watching that game. I don't know what's going on with that Liverpool defence at all this year. Thought the clean sheet was locked in. Then from that corner, the 3 lads that could have kicked the ball in themselves, but yeah, not ideal. But sure, look, the way Leeds are going then as well, I'm not that confident of a Liverpool clean sheet, but I would still start Van Dijk over Anderson this week. Tarek from the Patreon. Tarek, hope you're keeping well, man. I need to get over to the Patreon then as well to get back to everyone there. What are we saying? Hey, mate, got Petrovic, Dubravka, Timber, Van Dijk, Anderson, Rodon might have to go anyway. Van Heck, Saka, Foden, Cunha, Wilson, Soboslai, Haaland, Ekatike, Marshall. 3 free transfers, 0.4 in the bank. Was thinking Anderson to Hall plus Wilson. Wouldn't get rid of Wilson. No, I wouldn't do that. Timber, Van Dijk and Anderson. You could even nearly roll there. I wouldn't be getting rid of Anderson. I wouldn't be getting rid of Wilson first off. But no, I wouldn't do that. Keep that as is, Tarek. I think you'd nearly roll. Your midfield is looking very well. So I'd leave it on that. Nar 11, hope you're keeping well, man. Plan with the bench boost with the donation there. What currency is that, man, as well? Let us know what currency that is. Is it IDR Indian something, is it? I'm not sure. But anyway, planning to bench boost. Sell Alderete and -4 Richards for Hall, Tiao and Durga Dalla for 1 game week punt. Go for it. Get those players in there. Alderete and Richards for Hall and Dorgu is what I'll be going for. Good man, appreciate the donation as always. Can I send you my free hit on DM? throw it in here, FPL09 if you can. I'm not going to go near Instagram for the next while. Too many DMs over on Instagram, but send it in here if you can. Hey mate, should I do Senesi, Rice and Guy to Dorgu, Anderson and Thiago? There's a quote on Thiago I saw earlier. What did Keith Andrews say on Thiago? Let's have a quick look at this for who was that? Hawk Twanzebe. Let's have a look. Thiago. Keith Andrews said something on him, he definitely did. Anyway, my transfer moves while I'm looking at this. Keith Andrews on Igor Thiago. Thiago had a bit of an issue, but nothing to do with injury last season at all. This time of year takes a toll, and we need to be careful of players at times. So I wouldn't be bringing in Thiago if you don't have him. It sounds like he's a bit of a doubt. Games coming thick and fast over this festive period. You do want someone in your team who's a bit of a risk, especially with the games this evening, Thursday, and then back into it straight away on Saturday then as well. So maybe leave off that Thiago move. Moville in the chat, hey bro, what should I do? I'm so screwed. Was going to do -4 Richards and Semenyo out for Cunha and Dorgu, but now Rice is injured. If you can do Cunha in for Rice, Mo, that's what we're doing there. Let me get over to the Patreon now in a couple of minutes. Let's just try and get through a few of these for now. Right, what are we saying here? Grand. We're on 12 likes, which is great to see. 55 in the chat. Let's try and get to 20 likes in the next couple of minutes, if you wouldn't mind. And as I said, if you aren't new to the channel, head on down there, click subscribe on the channel. We're on the road to 10k subs. Hopefully we can get there this season. With your support, we definitely can. And yeah, Grealish out is probably going to be the play. I need to see if we get some Arsenal team news before the deadline. If Grealish is out, if Timber's out. Timber was with the squad though, but if Timber is looking likely not to start, or it sounds like he's not going to start, I'm probably going to have to downgrade Timber and upgrade Grealish. That's what I'm probably looking likely to do. Even a Timber to Dorgu, Grealish to Cunha gets me 2 United players then as well, and then I can do Virgil to Gabriel at the weekend then. So it could be a -4 this week, could be no transfers at all if Timber and Grealish sound like they're starting. I might be moving on Grealish though. Right, anyway, and I need to accept that Grealish transfer in wasn't the best one. Abbas, hey man, who do I get instead of Ben White? My defence is Mukulele, O'Reilly, Virgil, Ben White, Esteva. Ben White was with the Arsenal squad, so that could point towards him starting, especially if Califiore is out. Is Ben White going to go over to that left back role, or even Timber? So I'd hold your transfers until close to the deadline. Wouldn't move White out just yet. He was with the squad. I saw that just before logging on here, that Timber was at the squad as well. White was at the squad, so I wonder, will Timber be benched? If Timber is benched, yeah, that's going to push me into doing 2 transfers this week. Not ideal. Grand. Is Rice a sell? Yeah, if you are joining right now, Rice is out injured for today. So Rice to Cunha is the play there. If you have money for that, go with that. Hope you're fine. Have a speedy recovery. Psych. Yeah, appreciate that. I'm sounding a lot better since the last stream. Not a lot of, but a few hot whiskies anyway to kind of get me over this. Right, Captain Cunha or Haaland, currently 561 rank. Wow, fair play to you, man. I think you went with Ekatika last week instead of Haaland, so an extra 3 points there from going against me, so well done on that. It's very close. I think both score. I think just Haaland after the blank would be looking to get a few then, so I'd probably go with Haaland, especially if Sunderland. I can't see them playing I can't see them playing 5 at the back. I can still see them playing 4-4-2. So yeah, I'd leave it on Haaland. But sure, look, you're at that rank then. 561 is crazy going, so keep it at that. I've both Rice and Grealish. Whom do I get? Rice to Cunha. Let me know how much in the bank then, Fabian. Would you sell Wilson to get Cunha? If you've no other issues in the squad, probably would. I like Wilson this week though. Crystal Palace are looking shaky. If anything, Spurs could have scored a couple of them on when was it, Monday night or Sunday night, whatever day of the week it was, Sunday night or Sunday evening. So Crystal Palace are very much out of form at the moment, so I wouldn't be too surprised to see Harry Wilson to get something this week. Thankfully he got something with the assist later on for that Jimenez goal. I've got that young lad to thank from West Ham. He was very emotional after the game. It was just an unlucky mistake by the West Ham lad. He just fell over, but thankfully Wilson got his assist because I wasn't getting too many points last week. Lewis Hall or Thiago? Lewis Hall. No sub if Thiago doesn't play. -4 for Dogu for Rodon. I'd go for it. Yeah. Would you sell Wilson to get Cunha? Probably would, just, but surely you can get someone else in for Cunha. But if not, I'd go Cunha in. Thanks, mate. Play Anderson versus Crystal Palace or Van Heck versus West Ham. I think Van Heck versus West Ham just there. Tarek. Or would you go Anderson? Maybe Anderson because of DEFCON actually just. Kieran Cool, 301. Good man, Kieran. Raya, Lacroix, Anderson, Chalaba, O'Reilly, Foden, Wilson, Semenyo, Ekitike, Thiago, Haaland. If you have Thiago, you keep him. Grealish, Rice, and Burn on the bench, injured. 0.5 in the bank. Roller swap Grealish in for a 7 million midfielder. You can't really get Gordon, so do you know what? I probably would just take the risk on Grealish starting and leave it at that. For now, I'm keeping Grealish. I could easily make a change. It's just waiting for this Arsenal team news in probably half an hour's time, fingers crossed. Arsenal clean sheet unlikely. Probably I could even do Grealish to Rodgers if I wanted to, and forget about Gordon. I'm in two minds what to do this week. With 3 minds, it's either roll, but I've only Mukulele on the bench. If Timber doesn't play, it's not ideal. I'm just waiting on this Arsenal team news, which we should get. I just badly need a green hour after that poor week last week. So even if I take a -4, if it puts me in a better position, maybe. But I have to make sure it's a green hour this week. It was horrible doubling my rank last week. Not ideal at all. Hi Aaron, good to see you again. Andre, good man. Would you do Rice to Cunha or save the transfer and play Anderson? Bring in Cunha. If I had the luxury of getting Cunha in, I'd be bringing Cunha in. I can't do Cunha to Rice, sadly. Only 0.3 in the bank. Set my team on Patreon. Right, Mo, let's get you up here. So what are we saying? Well, I'm doing this, as I said, if we can get to 20-25 likes, that'd be very much appreciated. And if you are watching, you haven't subscribed, head on down there, click subscribe. We've got a few new subscribers since we started, which is great to see. Now Rice is out, Mo. I'm just seeing your message here. Rice at Cherky, Richards to Dorgu, Semenyo to Cunha for a -8 isn't ideal, but I probably would do that. It's for a -8, but yeah, not ideal, but go for it. Hopefully that's all right, Mo. That's why we keep the transfers until as close to the deadline as we can. But yeah, it's not ideal, but yeah, go for it. Message in Discord for William. Right, let's get you up here, William. What are we saying? Right, 5:20. We've plenty of time. So 3 free transfers, 1.9 million in the bank. Raya, Virgil, Keane, O'Reilly. Defense is looking strong this week. Minta, Saka, Wilson, Cunha, captain. Wow, Haaland and Ekitike. 1.9 million in the bank. Could you do Minta? How much have you for a Minta replacement then, William? Let me see how much. Minta replacement. Is that around? What is that, 7 something? If you can get Gordon, maybe if he's starting, maybe. But let's see. Hey man, thanks for recommending me Cherky a few game weeks ago. Good to see that, man. Nice haul for you last week. Bench 2, Anderson, Gahey, Van Dijk, Raul. Bench 2, Anderson and Gahey. Play Van Dijk and Jimenez. Minter, Wilson out for Cunha. Minta to Cunha, easy transfer there. Connor Cronin, Grealish to Cunha leaves me 0.9 in the bank. Only worthwhile transfer I can do would be Raya to Sanchez, or a cheaper option. Is it worth getting rid of for Raya for free? Yes. Connor, I'd do that. I'd be looking at that. Ekitike, Waldemade or Thiago? Thanks. Ekitike. Out of those, easy pick out of those if it's just one. Captain Haaland, Cunha or Ekitike? I still think Haaland. Even the poll is agreement there. Nearly 100 votes in the poll. 73% on Haaland, Ekitike. What about Cherky in for Rice and Dorgu in for Richards, and I ignore Cunha? Is that a -4 then? If it is, yes. Right. Rice out tonight. Right, what are we saying? We'll make move tomorrow. Just checked and Hall isn't close to a rise. Any advice on my free hit team, Niall? This is what I'm after coming with so far. Hall, Kirkes, Dorgu, Wirtz, Gordon, Cunha, Saka, Foden, Haaland, Ekitike. Looks good. Just waiting on team news. Right, what else are we saying? Who's the best replacement for Rice? Rice to Cunha. Easy goes it there. Buzzing about, even and all, man. Lacroix and Esteve, the Hall and Dorgu. Ekitike, captain, 98k overall. Sakib. Looks good. Sounds good to me. Was I watching the darts last night? No, I was watching The Hobbit last night. We got back to Galway last night. We don't have a dodgy box or a TV down here. I was trying to find a stream for the darts. But I did see the highlights. Thankfully, Littler got through. I do like Littler, but yeah, let's see if he can get further. I don't like what the crowd are booing him all the time now. It's not nice to see, especially with him being so young. But let's see how he gets on over the next few days. Who's a better option than Cherky and Cunha? Still think Cunha out of those. What are we saying? Cunha minutes more secure on the main man with Mbeumo away and Bruno injured. Fair. This is my team for the game week. Any advice? Is 1.8 million in the bank. Replace Bruno McGordon. Calafiori. Cal looks to be out. Who can you bring in? Prob. Bring Gabriel if he's confirmed starting. I'd love to have Gabriel myself tonight, but I don't think I can do the move for Timber to Gabriel. So let's see. This is my team. Yeah, all good. Prayed that Gordon, he should have Rice out tonight. Yes, he's out. Right, Hallen captain for anyone's asking there in the Patreon. All good there. Anderson out for Grealish. No, I don't think so. It's a boring pick. Anderson in for Grealish. You're saying, Silbra? I'm looking to get a replacement for Grealish already. I brought him in last week. Didn't turn out to be a good shout. So let's see. Right, FPL09. Here's your team here. Sorry, man. I thought you were going to message on Instagram, but it's on Twitter. But I can see it here. This is my free hit team. Do you think Waltermate is a minute risk? Who can I remove for Gordon? Verbruggen, Thiaw, Vardiol, Tarkowski, Virgil, Jeremy Pino, which is interesting. Shirky, Wirtz, Neto, Calvert-Lewin, Haaland, and Waltermate. I've got Granny Sky Sports password buzzing about. Send it on to me, so if you don't mind. We need it for the next couple of days with the darts. Good man. Waltermate should be fine. Need to wait for team news. FTBL09, if you're watching here though, I'll say it out loud, but probably haul over Thiaw. Vardiol can probably go to Nico Riley, save you a bit of money there. Tarkowski is fine. Virgil, you've a lot of players in the defence. I wouldn't worry about the defence too much. 3-5-2 is what I'll be playing. I wouldn't want Calvert-Lewin in this week. I know Liverpool are leaking in defence, but I'd probably just leave him out and focus your funds in the midfield. But we're going to be waiting for the team news. Let's see how or where we line up. Okay, another source. Right, hold on now. I need to see what's on the story with Grealish. Because if he's in the squad, if he's starting, I'm happy enough to keep him in the team and roll the transfer. Michael Keane and Carlos Alcaraz are not in the squad. Carlos Alcaraz and Jack Grealish remain a doubt. Latest. What's the story with Grealish? So, right. Anyway, what's the two Johnny's fantasy code? Let's get it up here, Michael, on screen for you quickly while I'm doing this. Where's the two Johnny's there on the side? Here we go. Invite. That's it there. Get entering it there. So if you want, good stuff. Right, back to this. Right, we need to stop worrying about the two Johnnies and start worrying about what I'm doing with me team. Right, back to there. Grand. 23 minutes past. Right, so for now we're fine with the starting 11. Anyone who wants to join the two Johnnies, there you go. If the two Johnnies are watching, give us a shout out there. Good stuff. Right, I don't have Grealish. What do you think? Team looks good. All good there. Looks good. Waiting for Arsenal news. Grand. Would you sell Vandenberg for a hit? Probably not. Not for a hit. What would you like to get Durga? Should I sell Calafiori or Riley? Cal looks to be out, so him. Grand. Who do I bench for Dorgu, O'Reilly or Wilson? I'd still play the two. Surely you can bench somebody else. Right, a good few Patreon ones to get back to here. I'm thinking Lamin, Soraya, Dorgu to Cash, Wirtz in for Semenyo. Lamin's in for not sure on the United double up. Not sure on United double up. Right then. I've one free transfer at 1.6. Any suggestions for me, please? FPL Era, Raya, Van de Ven, Gay, Senesi, Cash, Cunha, Saka, Enzo, Foden, Haaland, Ekatike, Cash. Have you enough for Gab? No cover for Thiago. Do I hit? Just leave him in there. All good. Right, we're nearly on 100 viewers. We're flying here. If you are new to the channel, please do consider going down there, click and subscribe on the channel. And if you are watching, you haven't clicked like, what are we on now? We're nearly, is it 30 likes or what are we on? This one's a load. We're nearly on 40 likes, which is great to see. Go down there, give the stream a like if you wouldn't mind. So 2. Would you start Wilson or Tarkowski? Always start the attacker. Be Irish, great content. Happy New Year, man. Appreciate that. That's great to see. William, no bother at all, man. Would you captain Cunha if you had him? I'm leaning towards him because of the early fixture. If I had Cunha, I probably would captain him. That being said, if I downgrade Timber if he's not starting, I could probably do Grealish to Cunha. I think I'm happy enough with Haaland captain now. I don't want to swap my captaincy last minute. Right, Abdullah here. Lafie, Gordon, Dorgu, go for it. Alice, please let me know what changes you make. Got 1.2 million in the bank. Any chance you get to do with a free hit? Right, Lamans, Dorgu, Lewis Potter, Virgil, James, Palmer, Gordon, Cunha, Verts, Ekatike. That's nice. Are we moving Timber to Gab? You need to wait for the early team news if we get it. Sorry I missed it, mate. If I take out Rice, I've 7.3 or just ride and put in Senesi advice. I'd probably... Are you just missing out on Rogers? I think you are. He's 7.4. Maybe I probably would just bring in Senesi or do Senesi to a defender if it's for free. Maybe even to a Gabriel if you can afford him, but we need to wait for this Arsenal team. If you can afford Gabriel, go for it if he's starting. If not, even a Lewis Hall, go for that. Didi Fess, what are we saying? What would you recommend, Shade or Gordon? Out of those, Gordon. But as I said, we need to wait for team news, and as well as the chance there could be a lot of rotation in that Newcastle lineup with the midweek games. Right, Dallo is Dallo safer than is Dallo safer than Dorgu? He is, but for the next 3 games, you can probably take a punt on Dorgu. They have nice fixtures of the next 3. United is Wolves, Burnley, and someone else. Whatever the 3 fixtures have, they are nice. Who can I bench for Dorgu? Who can I bench for Dorgu, or can I just bench him? Saka, Foden, Verts. That's tough. Just got him in for a stay a bit. Not sure you can fit him in. Can fit him in, maybe Wilson, but not great. We're moving Timber to Gab, waiting for team news. Grand. Right, David McCarthy might go road onto Heaven, so they'll have 11 at least without Mane, unless Heaven is 5th defender for a while. Rice will probably miss 1 week. KDH should be back soon then as well. Virgil, O'Reilly, Hincapie. How many transfers there? You already have Cunha though. Saka, Foden, Cunha, Rice. I'd do the Heaven transfer just to cover. Right, back to the YouTube chat. What are we saying? Grealish is the modern George Best. He definitely is. Rice to Cunha, go for that. NXHG. Nicole Gowans, Rice to Shirky for -4. If you've no cover, just do that move there. Go for it there. Who should I bench for Dorgu? There. Right, we got back to that then as well. Anderson versus Crystal Palace or Van Heck versus West Ham. Probably just Anderson with the chance of more of a DEFCON. Rice out till game week 21. We're not sure how long he's out for, but he's definitely out for today. Would you start Mukalele or Lafie? Lafie is on penalties. Probably just Mukalele with the DEFCON. I don't think Sunderland will get one. So maybe just Mukalele for the chance of some DEFCON there. Right, just gone past now. What are we saying here? Yeah, on Thiago then as well. He's a doubt. Alright. Can someone tag me if you see Gordon news? Start 3 of Timber, Minta, Wilson and Van Heck. AJ, Tizzy, Timber, Wilson and Van Heck. If you can do Minta to Gordon or a Rodgers even, but probably Gordon this week. But let's see if we get some Newcastle team news. No one decent, right, grand. Aston Villa will be without 6 players tonight, fair enough. Chance the Menu doesn't start, reckon he does, grand. Remember when Saka had Wool? Alright, what are we doing here? All good there. Yeah, Timber was with the squad, that's what we will say. Timber was with the squad when they were walking in the hotel. I've seen that picture, so he's with the squad at least. Finton Burke, right, Finton, what are we saying? 3 free transfers, 1.3 in the bank. Roller, Anderson to Soboslai. Crystal Palace defensively poor with Munoz missing. I'd do the Sob. do the Sabin. Yeah, grand. Minter or Kudus this week? Probably would. Probably neither, to be honest with you. You can do Minta to a Gordon if he's starting. Right, Michael. If you can do Minta to a Gordon, let's go with that. 3 free transfers here in the bank. What are your transfer suggestions? Good to see the Shirky punt that I told you, Michael, went well for you last week. Good man. 3 free transfers, 0.5 million in the bank. What are your transfer suggestions? Here and Keane and Grealish are big doubts. Yeah, whatever about the Shirky transfer, doing well for you. Apologies about the Grealish one. But we can't say anything. I'm waiting until we hear Grealish news. So you're gonna have to sit tight, Michael, like myself, until about 20 minutes or so closer to the deadline, and let's see if we do get that Grealish news before the deadline. But for now, he's staying in the team. I might have to move him on. Let's see. Right, let's just forgot to tweet this that we're live on YouTube. Ever the Professional. Come and join me. Right. What else is the chat saying there? Is Timber playing? He's with the squad at least, which is positive. Will he be starting? We're going to have to wait 15 or 20 minutes or so for that. 40 likes on stream, which is great to see. If you are watching, you haven't liked, go down there, give the stream a like. Let's try and get back to the 100 viewers that we had about 5 or 10 minutes ago when I was messaging back my Patreon and I went quiet for a bit. But keep liking the stream if you can do it all. We've just posted it on Twitter. We forgot to do that. But all good. Semenyo out for a hit. Do you think he will play? He probably should play. Maybe it's a farewell game for Semenyo. But the fact he'll be playing Chelsea and then Chelsea again, I don't know when's the last time that's happened. Someone opinions on any midfielder differentials, Connell. Grealish would have been a lovely one last week. Forget about Grealish for now. Shirky's is still a nice differential if you want to go with him. Any other differentials? Szoboszlai is probably a bit of a differential now. I got him in 3 or 4 weeks ago and he hasn't done anything, and now everyone's bringing him in now. So if you wouldn't mind getting something, that'd be great this week. Right, we're just gone past half. Using 2 free transfers for a double move of Semenyo plus Cucurella to Cunha and Lewis Hall. Cunha captain as well for Fenerbahce. Good to see you, man. Those moves are all good there. 70% of the poll on Haaland captain, and we're nearly on 200 votes. I'm surprised it's that much on Haaland. Any different transfer thoughts for people chasing rank? Punt on him this week if I was chasing rank. Probably on the Newcastle lads. But same again, we're waiting to see if there's any team news before then. Cunha captain could be a punt if you want to go against Haaland if you're chasing rank, but that could mess you up even more. Cunha. Next move for AX. Waiting on Grealish news. All good there. Hi Liam, who's Liam? Can you please help me sort out my dilemma? I don't know whom to bench between Dorgu, Van Dijk, Anderson or Wright. Please help. Out of those, I'd bench Anderson. I'd play Dorgu. Rumours Rice is out. It is, yeah. All good. Well, not good if you own Rice, but whatever. Jay, 2 free transfers, 1.2 million in the bank. Raya, Gahey, Virgil, Senesi, Gordon, Szoboszlai, Foden, Rice, Waltermade, Thiago, Haaland, Eze, Rice, Acuna. More injury news. What are we saying here? That's the Everton lads. Michael Keane and Carlos Alcaraz are not in the Everton squad tonight. Don't know how reliable that is. Just waiting for what to do with Grealish. Yeah, Timber's there at the squad. Fair enough. Frimpong or James for GW19. I'd take a punt on Frimpong. He got his assist last week, didn't he? So why not take a punt on him again? It could be an attacking game, that one against Leeds. I'm expecting goals, so why not go for Frimpong? This mic isn't. It's not performing well tonight. Hopefully the team this week isn't performing like that. Anyway, haul in for Van Dijk. You can't get rid of Van Dijk before Leeds. Marcus, hi mate, hope you feel better. Appreciate that, man. Thank you. Who should I play at the back? Raya, Timber, Senesi, Gahey, O'Reilly, Anderson, and whom to bench? Thiago or Wilson? Probably start Thiago and hope he plays. If not, you'll have Wilson to come in anyway. Play Raya. We're waiting on Arsenal team news, but if Timber is starting, it's going to be Timber, O'Reilly and Anderson who will play out of those. But let's see. About 10 minutes time we should get some Arsenal team news anyway. Right, 50 likes, that's great to see then as well. Keep the likes coming then. 2 Jack, Raya, Timber, Keane, O'Reilly, Dorgu, Cunha, Saka, Foden, Haaland, Ekatike, DCL. Benches Dubravka, Wilson, Collins and Xhaka. I'd nearly play Wilson over DCL, but I can understand why you're playing DCL in the form he's in. So sure, look, there's nothing wrong with playing Calvert-Lewin there. Cunha against his former team with all the injuries and Wolves as well, better than Haaland. Yeah, I'm jealous of Cunha owners this week. I can't get Cunha in. As I said, maybe I can if Timber's out, but for now I'm going to have to plan on not having Timber in. My week was so bad last week. I knocked out out the cup by. My week was so bad last week. You got knocked out by the average or something. Not good. Unlucky on that, Joseph. But you're back this week. All good there. Marcus, hi mate. Hope you feel better. Who should I play at the? Yeah, Raya, O'Reilly, Anderson and Timber, considering Timber is going to start or assuming Timber's starting. NXHG, well lad, happy Christmas, New Year. 1 free transfer. Would you do Rice, Acuna or put out other fires like Richards or Vandenberg to Dorgu? Rice, Acuna, get that done. If I'm jealous of the Rice owners that can afford that, so yeah, go for that. Who to start out of Tarkowski, Lacroix or Semenyo? Tarkowski. Wishing you all the best for 2026, mate. Let's hope it's a good one. I appreciate that, man. Hopefully it's the year we do hit 10k. But so Doctor, hope your holidays are going well in Hawaii, and cheers for tuning in and live from Hawaii. What's the time difference then as well? Let us know on that, man. But cheers for tuning in, good man. Who to start out of Tarkowski, Lacroix or Semenyo? Probably would still start Semenyo. Tarkowski after that, but Semenyo, Tarkowski, Lacroix in that order. Timber, Van Heck, Dorgu, O'Reilly. Who to bench from them? Also Raya is goalkeeper. Who to bench? I'd be starting Timber, Dorgu and O'Reilly. Van Heck on the bench. Thoughts on bringing Palmer in? Nothing wrong with it at all. If you want to do it, go for it. He looks to be back to himself. And had a breaking news Rice out for 3 weeks. Interesting there. Sound. Van Hecker, Anderson, Fulham. Who to start? Not FPL Pickle, by the way. I'm not sure if that's the real FPL Pickle. There was a fake FPL Pickle that hopped on the stream 2 or 3 weeks ago. So if it is Pickle, thanks for tuning in, Pickle. But if it's not, don't be spreading rumours is all. Because I that was a fake account trying to be FPL Pickle a week or two ago. Rice is definitely out for this evening anyway. Alex Mickelson in the Patreon, good man. Alex, Raya, Van Dijk, O'Reilly, Timber, Wilson, Foden, Saka, Soboslai, Ekatike, Haaland, Thiago, Subs, Miley, Guy, Esteve. 1 free transfer, 0.1 million in the bank. Raya, Van Dijk, O'Reilly, Timber is fine. Just waiting for Timber news is all. Wilson, Foden, Saka, Soboslai, Ekatike, Haaland, Thiago. That's a strong team there, Alex. You can nearly roll there. Go with that. Marino to Soboslai, Gordon, Bruno G. Marino, again, we're gonna have to wait and see if he's starting. If he's not, probably move him on to Soboslai. Gordon and Bruno G. There's some rumours around the Newcastle team being rotated well tonight. So right, let me just chat about my moves. If I suppose we should probably worry about my team for a second. Right, Grealish. If Grealish is out, I've only 7.5 million to get a replacement in. Do I just do the Gordon move if he's starting? Do I just do the Rodgers move? Maybe not. I'd love to have Cunha, but I can't. Right, if Timber's out, let's say I wanted Gabriel in. 6.3, of course he rose, so that only gives me 7.6. Not ideal. Right, let's say Timber is back there. Restore Timber. Could even do Dorgu. Will I still have money for this? We'll bring in Dorgu. That's a transfer out waiting to happen, to be honest with you, isn't it? And then if I do Cunha, I'll definitely... I hate the way you have to go back to midfielders then, right? And then if I do Cunha, I'll have enough to do Van Dijk to Gabriel at least. Okay, that's good. Right. Could do that. If Timber isn't starting tonight, I'm looking at doing that, to be honest with you. But I still would captain Haaland if Timber's out. I have a feeling he won't be out. The fact is, with the squad, and Arsenal have to win this game tonight. Well, it's not have to, but our Aston Villa are title contenders at this moment in time. Anyway, so it's pretty much a 6-pointer tonight. That could be a -4 for Dorgu and Cunha. It makes the team a lot stronger. Anyway, I hate taking hits, but we just need to wait and see. Right, and then another thing is just doing nothing. Grealish staying in the team, Timber staying in the team, but then I've only Mukiele and Stave on the bench. Stave probably isn't going to play. He was back training, but yeah, so I need at least some news anyway. Abbas, any suggestions for a free hit draft? Right, if you were free hitting this week, triple Newcastle, probably an Everton defender then as well, so that's 4. Double United at least, that's up to 6, Cunha and Dorgu. Liverpool lads, Ekatike, Szoboszlai. Liverpool, triple Newcastle is 6. Right, triple Liverpool, triple Newcastle is 6, and Everton defender is 7. Double United is 9. Probably at least one Arsenal attacker is 10, and Haaland is 11. But no, sorry, you need right. So hold on now. Triple Man City, right? O'Reilly, Haaland, and Foden. At least double Newcastle. That's 5. Then I'll be going Ekatike and Virgil is 5. Then triple Newcastle in 2 Newcastle defenders and a Gordon. And right, sorry now, this is the fake one. So let's get rid of him. All good. Thoughts on Rodon and Senesi to Dorgu and Hall. Right, back to this free hit before we were getting spammed in the chat there. Right, so triple Man City, Haaland, O'Reilly, and Foden. No sound. Is the sound gone? No, we're still here, right? We're still here. Yeah, don't be scared of us, Alex. The sound is still moving. Or everyone's saying no sound. Wow. Right, let me just pull out this. Right, so triple Man City. Right, so triple should still be there. Need you to bench Chalobah, Keane, Timber, Minta. What do you suggest? Let me know if the sound's alright. I checked it on the phone there. Should be okay. If not, let us know. I don't know what happened with the sound there. I think I was just getting rid of somebody on the thing. Let me just see. Need you to bench. Yeah, sound seems still to be there. Alright, apologies if the sound went while I was banning somebody there for spamming. Back to the free hit quickly. Right, we've 17 minutes. We need to get this moving. Sound is all good. Come on, Dara Heskin in the chat. Good stuff. Right, double Newcastle, triple City is 5. Double Liverpool, is 7. Double United is 9, and then at least an Arsenal attacker and an defender. That's your free hit then, 11. Right, enough of the free hit chat because we're getting distracted. I can't go for Ekatike. Szoboszlai, good option in cover. He's on penalties at least, so why not go for that? That's all good there. Rico the Shirky for -4. My covers Paqueta. Paqueta isn't a bad shout. He is on penalties also, so I don't think it's worth the -4. Saka the Cunha or no, I think he hauls this week. Wouldn't get rid of Saka. If you can get Cunha in another way, do, but if not, was that a troll trying to be FPL Pickle David? Yeah, whoever that was, they're very sad. They were on this stream about 3 weeks ago. Had to mute them there, David, but yeah, very, very weird pretending to be a girl. Abdullah Tarek rode on to Dorgu, who's on 4 yellow cards. He just needs to get by this one and he's fine, so I'd go for it. What are we saying here? Any news on Gordon? Not yet. 1.3 in the bank, 1 free transfer. Who should I move? Any thoughts on I would be appreciated, Jason. Raya, Hincapie, O'Reilly, Keane, Foden, Saka, Bruno, Cunha, Wilson, Ekatike, Haaland. Waiting on Arsenal news. Right, all good. Bruno Guimaraes or Szoboszlai just. Leave as is Van Dijk for leave as is or Van de Ven for Anderson sub. Van de Ven for Anderson, leave as is. Don't do a transfer on that. Leave as is. Suggest one Brighton attacker for free hit. I can have one between Waltermate or Gordon. Which one do you prefer? Probably would prefer Gordon because he's on penalties. One Brighton attacker. Not mad on Minta. Not mad on any of them really. West Ham against Brighton. Fair enough. Not mad on anyone really out of the Brighton lads there. If you want someone on the free hit, I'm just checking Welbeck. Did he play at the weekend or is he still injured? Matches here. He played against Arsenal, so maybe Danny Welbeck if you want one. Go for Welbeck. Minta did get his rest. Bring on the Grealish news. Yeah, that's exactly what we're waiting for. 108 in the chat, which is great to see. If you are watching and you haven't subscribed, please consider going down there, click and subscribe on the channel. It'd be great to hit 8,750 before the end of the stream. We're about 13 subs off hitting that. So if you are watching and you're not subscribed, go down there, click subscribe. That'll be very much appreciated. Right, I really want to captain someone other than Haaland. You don't need to captain Haaland if you don't want to. If you don't want to captain Haaland, just don't. Marshall, thoughts on Rodon and Senesi to Dorgo and Hall, Everton defender, change one of those to Thiago for Ekatike. Could all do all three for -4. Don't think I'd do the hit there, right? So what are you asking for? Senesi to Dorgo, Hall, Everton, or change one of those for Thiago to Ekatike. If you can do one, just Thiago to Ekatike, I'd go with that. Just do that if you can. Right then, what else are we saying there? Gordon is benched apparently. Interesting, right? I don't know how true that is, so let's take a quick look if he is. Someone in the Patreon is saying that, but I'm not gonna say that it's true just yet because he's saying apparently. Any news on Grealish though? What's the crack with Grealish? What's the crack with Timber? Yeah, just he's a doubt. Well, that's not great, is it? No, all good, right. Nice one, keep this going. What do you think of Verts? If you have him, bring him. Or if you have him, keep him. I wouldn't be bringing him in this week. Maybe that he got his returns last week. Hi, please suggest Hall and Bruno G or Dorgu and Gordon. We're just waiting on confirmation if that Gordon news is correct. Michael, just scroll up through the chats there if you can. Too much going on here, but it's in the chat about the 2 Johnny's code. Scroll up if you can. Anybody have news on Richards? I don't have Twitter, which makes me finding info on this a bit harder. Richard seems to be out, so I wouldn't bring him in. Where is the Grealish news? I'm just going to tweet this here. Any news on Grealish? Michael, we're still waiting on the team news then as well. I said earlier that we just need to wait for team news before deciding on the transfers. It's going to be a late one, if that's alright. Anybody have news on Richards? Yeah, hi, please suggest Hall and Bruno G or Dorgu and Gordon. If Gordon is out, you're going to have to go to Hall and Bruno G, but if you can afford Cunha, go with Cunha. H, what are we saying here? Bench boosting this week. Richards, Calafiori. Yeah, Calafiori doesn't look to be in the squad anyway, and Achimpong out. Hall definitely in. Should I double up on United with Dorgu and Dallo, or just Dorgu and someone else under 5 million? What's the budget if you're not going Dallo? If you're going Dorgu, fair enough. I don't think I'll be doubling up on the United lads on a bench boost. For this week it's fine, but for the rest of the weeks probably not. But Calafiori has to go. If you can do Calafiori to Gabriel, if it looks like he's going to be starting, probably. Hall definitely in is fine. Richards, Calafiori definitely have to go. Let me know what the budget is. Maybe an Everton defender. Grealish, is it? Yeah, we're just waiting on Grealish news. Right. If we don't get any news, I'm gonna have to. Seeing lots saying that he's on the bench. Rice out, meaning I'm starting Ukulele. Right, Timber. Who am I going to bring in for Grealish? So, right. Do I just do the 2 United transfers in, or is that are they 2 bad moves? 10 minutes to decide. H, let me know how much your defence is there. Is Cunha the best captain overall? Nothing wrong with going Cunha if you want. I'll be leaving it on Haaland though. Even if I bring in Cunha, I'll be leaving it on Haaland. Who to bench out of Chalobah, Keane, Timber, Minta? Need to bench one out of those. Maybe Chalobah. I know Chelsea are decent in defence. Shade for Grealish? No, I'm not going near Brentford lads. He got his hat-trick last week, fair enough, but no, I'm not going near them. I've 7.5 million for I have enough for Keane, but heard he might not play. Yeah, not ideal on Keane. He's a doubt. What's going on there? I'm on the telly back home. Shout out to the out lad. Watch us on the telly, good stuff. I've enough for Keane, but heard he might not play. Yeah. What are we saying? Right, I'm just waiting for this Arsenal or Everton team news. Right, so I need to think about my transfers for now. If Grealish is gone, it sounds like he's a doubt. I've only 7.5. It's either Grealish to Rodgers, but that's boring if I have two Arsenal defenders. What to do here? They have where is there? The Crystal Palace during the week. If I bring in, the games are ticking fast, aren't they? If Grealish is on the bench, I'm going to have to assume he is 7.5. But there's no reliable Newcastle team news yet. 11 subs off 8750. If you are watching, you're not subscribed. How many have we? 113 in the chat. Go down there, click subscribe if you wouldn't mind. It'd be great to hit that before the stream finishes up in the next 9 minutes while I'm panicking about what to do with my moves. Cunha captain if chasing rank, nothing wrong with that if you want to go for that. Thinking Dorgu for Esteve and Sabasai for Grealish. They're good moves, Michael. Go with that, but we are waiting on Arsenal team news. You need to, if Timber's out, you can probably just move on Timber. But if Timber is starting, I'd do those moves. Best Rice replacement, Rice to Cunha, easy does it there. Currently on bench boost, a 3 free transfers. Should I sell Elliot Anderson for anyone? Already got Cunha, Shirky, Gordon. Elliot Anderson to Sabasai. If you can afford that, go with that. Which goalkeeper would you recommend for this week's free hit squad? The Newcastle goalkeeper, but isn't Nick Pope or Ramsdale going to start? That's another one then. Who can you go and set a Newcastle defence for a goalkeeper? Maybe even Lamans, but surely United don't concede, do they? By heaven, then can leave him sitting on the bench for a good while. Gets United defender without using 2 transfers plus extra money. True, I could do Esteve to heaven if I wanted, but it's not a great transfer. It's not a great transfer. I prefer to get rid of Grealish first, and then if we're bringing heaven, I want to start him. Then it's a toss up then who to start between Timber, Virgil, O'Reilly and Heaven. It'll always be the 3 lads over Heaven at that price. But as I said, or as we all know, United are playing Wolves. Right, how are we looking here? Right, 8 minutes to go. Let's try and sort this. 112, which is great to see on this Tuesday evening. You're all out in force tonight, which is great. We got news on Grealish, Abdullah. Nothing yet at all. Trying to scroll on Twitter here for some team news. Typical for Grealish if you take him out and he doesn't start. Any news on Ben White? Gordon starts. Is he right though? Gordon starts. Is this lad always wrong or? Sounds like Gordon starts, so we'll just do Gordon to do Grealish to Gordon. 5 minutes to go. Right, 6 minutes. I need to start deciding. Do you have a free hit team to look at? Target Newcastle, United, City, Liverpool. It's easy pickings of a free hit this week. Captain Ekatik over Haaland and Cunha. I don't think I would. Haaland, Cunha, Ekatik in that order. Are we getting some Arsenal team news? I don't think we are. Hart says Dorgu, Brain says Lewis Hall. Fair enough. Any news on Grealish at all? Think Semenyo is a good sell this week. Also, would you sell Thiago based off Andrew's comments? If you have Semenyo and Thiago, I'd give them another week at least. 109% Grealish to Gordon. Yeah, I'm maybe thinking that and keep Timber in the team. I'd love to have Cunha, but I don't think I take him out. I took a hit. Bruno G or Gordon, who is more nailed? Gordon is probably. No, but Bruno's probably more nailed. I took a hit. Hincapié to Dorgu and Foden to Cunha. Nothing wrong with that. Right. Nearly on 70 likes, which is great to see. We're 11 subs off hitting 8750. If you are watching, click subscribe if you haven't done so already. We have a lot in the chat here tonight, which is great to see. Which goalkeeper laments on that? Maybe I'm just doing Grealish to Gordon, so I'm going to have it in there ready to go. 0.1 in the bank. I swear to God now, if I'm bringing in 2 lads for 2 Burnley fixtures and they don't play, that is horrendous. Just seeing there, is there anything? Right, just waiting. I'm trying to see if there's anyone with Grealish in their team on the timeline. 4 minutes to go. Right, sounds like Gordon is starting, so I think I'm going to have to do that move. If I bring in another lad against NUF, Will says Gordon starts, Barnes and Wissa start too. Yeah, hit the thumbs up, great to see that, appreciate that. They have a free hit team. I think Semenyo's a good sell. I think I'd keep the 2 as I said. Grealish out, I think so, Michael. Yeah, I'm not taking a risk on Grealish benching again after he was. I'm assuming it was just for disciplinary action that he was left on the bench, or left out of the squad completely. I wouldn't be surprised if he was left out completely then as well. 3 minutes to go. I think I have to make a move here. Who have Newcastle the weekend then? How are their fixtures? Newcastle against Crystal Palace isn't bad at all. Right, I'm going to do this transfer. Still can't make up my mind. Dubravka or Petrovic. Get Dorgu for the next 3 games or stick with Anderson. If it's free to bring in Dorgu, go for it. I've Walter made. Damn, no. Okay, right. Gordon in for Grealish. Confirmed. Done. Right, I just can't take the risk on Grealish starting after bringing him last week. Right, team should be fine then with that. All good there. Can even do the Rodgers move if I have to. Where's my team here? Grand. All good there. Sounds like Gordon is starting. So Grealish to Gordon. Haaland, captain. Right. 2 minutes to go until the deadline. You're just watching me panic here the last while. Timber okay. Doesn't look like we'll get news, Alex, so we're just going to have to take a risk on keeping Timber. And if he doesn't start, I have Ukulele on the bench. I just wanted a strongish starting 11 after Grealish is still probably hanging. He probably is. Just wanted the strong 11 after only having 9 players last week, so that's why I've done the move there. We're 8 subs off, hitting 8,750. Before you do all drop off, we've got 100 or so people still in the chat. Go down there, click subscribe if you haven't done so already. Your support has been class all season. Have double Arsenal defence, start Rodgers or Anderson. Still start Rodgers even if you have double Arsenal defence. I was considering doing Rodgers instead of Gordon, but I just want to attack that Burnley fixture. I swear to God now if he's not starting after all this, but it looks like Gordon is starting. So that's why I've done in that. Szoboszlai or Barnes. It sounds like Barnes is starting, Michael, but Szoboszlai is a better punt or better pick long term. What else are we saying? No free transfers at work. Getting rid of Rice for if you can get Cunha. Roll. Grand. Abdullah here. What are we saying, Abdullah? Play that. Grand. If you had Cunha, would have captain him? Prob would. Still going to be on Haaland though. For its captain Sakib, I don't think I would have to make a decision and take a -4. Sent in there. Was waiting for team news. Grand. Vista starts. I've Walter made no. Damn, fair enough. Lock those teams. Is there any chat? No early team news that came. But we did the Gordon move, so let's see if if he does something tonight, let's hope he does. At least if he's starting, I'm confident of something from Gordon. But what to do with Rice to Cunha? Get those teams locked in because the deadline is about to go. And that's it for another week then as well. I'm off to Manchester with work on Friday, so we're going to have to try and stream early-ish Saturday morning before the deadline. I have to go to an event at 11, so I'll probably look to stream around 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, that's another deadline done. I have to go to Split the G competition now in the Merlin. If Oisín and Mark are watching in Cavan then as well, I forgot to give them a shout out. Shout out to Oisín and Mark in Cavan. Hope you're keeping well, lads. And if you are watching, hello to you. I went to Sly over Barnes, Michael. That was the right shout. That's another stream done. Better head off now, but yeah, head out before you all head off. Get the likes up on the stream if you haven't done so already. We're nearly on 80 likes, which is great to see. And yeah, need a green arrow after a poor week last week. But yeah, that's another deadline stream done. I'm going to see if we get any Arsenal team news. What's the phone flashing up there about get a pint for the nerves? Yeah, wow, I need to make lots of practice over the Christmas. Anyways, Ted, good lad. Shout out the brother Og who made us back safely to Canada. Tune in from Brazil, Red Connell. Good to see that, man. Like there, appreciate that, man. Good man. Right, do we wait for Newcastle team news or do we just go? But anyway, Timber starts, is someone saying here. Timber. Is Newcastle 7:30 or a quarter past? No, I think they're 7:30 anyway. Right. Yeah, I think we'll leave it there. So we better go shower and get ready quickly. That's it for another one. Before you go, get the likes and get the subscribes in if you can at all. GW19, GW18 was a horrible one. Can we finish off the new year with a green arrow? Hopefully we can. Wishing you all a happy and healthy 2026. Thanks for the support so far this season. We'll see bright and early Saturday morning when I'm over in Manchester, and let's get a GW20 team locked in. There could be a few injuries after the weekend or after these games, so probably be pushed into another transfer. I'm dreading not having Cunha, dreading not having Dorgan then as well. Not dreading, but definitely dreading not having Cunha. So let's see where we do end up after the deadline, after the game week. Right, leave it there. So thanks for watching. Best of luck for the week. And fingers crossed for Gordon Hall after bringing them in tonight. And Grealish, if you start and Hall this evening, he's going to make his way into my FPL Hall of Trollers anyway. Cheers, happy new year, Parksy. Do I know any Levies? I don't think so, Dominic. I don't think so. Levies, no. Right, we're going to leave you there. So enough about the Levies. We're going to leave you there. So best of luck for the week. Thanks for watching. Hopefully all your arrows are green. We'll see you in the next one. Iraboo and happy new year.